Okay, welcome to my vlog. What we're going to try to do is go over everything that it takes to get back from not working out for a period of time to back into good shape again. I'm going to show you pictures of before. I'm going to show you pictures of what I used to look like. What I used to look like is what I'm trying to get back to. Let me give you a little brief history on my background. I've been working out since I was really young. I started competing in my early 20s in the bodybuilding world. Never really had the size, how would I say it, to compete in that realm because the guys were so big. But I did it anyways. It was fun. It was enjoyable. Taking yourself to an extreme level was always rewarding, because a lot of people will never ever try to push themselves that far, and that's not what we're trying to do here. I'm trying to push myself as far as I possibly can, and bring something to the table to teach everybody, hopefully to inspire, as well as just give you guys an idea on truthfulness and transparency on my diet, on all my supplementation that I'm taking. And I would say about 12 weeks into my journey right now. I tried to restart this up. Let's go back to the beginning. So at the beginning, I competed on and off all the way up until I turned about 50. When I turned 50, things really changed as far as my focus. I hired a trainer, which I never did before, made a big change in my diet, my regimen, and quite honestly, I probably looked better from the age of 50 to 55 than I did in all my years prior. But what happened after that was, unfortunately, the whole planet shut down due to COVID. I was always strong-minded. I didn't think it would affect me as much as it did, but not allowing me to go into the gym, not allowing us to work out. I didn't have a workout facility at my home, so that made it extremely difficult. Mentally, it just started eventually breaking down my mental. I really honestly didn't think it was going to last much more than a couple months. I didn't think that they could shut down the economy, the planet like they did. But in the end, it really honestly messed with my mind pretty bad. A lot of people did real good during the time they were able to go into the gym and wear a mask and work out. I just couldn't do it. So it really broke me down mentally. So that was the beginning of the fall of my fitness journey into an area where my blood work was starting to come back not so great. And I really wanted to get back on it. And it seemed like every time I did, I just got knocked off my horse. Work got super busy. I was in the construction field. It took so much of my time. I used to train at 4 a.m. The gym's no longer open that early. By the end of the day, just pure exhaustion. I just couldn't do it anymore. Fast forward to my wife and I trying to conceive again, and what happened was my doctor recommended I got off of all my TRT, all my hormones that were kind of just keeping me going. So that really dropped me even further. So I lost muscle mass, I lost desire, I lost strength. I just basically almost didn't work out for almost the whole entire year and a half. My blood work was coming back as pre-diabetic. My belly fat got real bad. That belly fat that turns into all kinds of problems with the inflammation that goes along with that. And I knew that I wasn't feeling the same. I was brain fogged. I was starting to get depressed, quite honestly, and losing hope in myself. So the one good news is, fast forward, the not taking all the hormones, my wife and I were able to conceive. Now comes my wife's pregnancy, and I'm starting to get back. I'm like, okay, I gotta do good. I gotta be healthy for this baby. I gotta be healthy for my wife. I gotta take care of them. And about 1 month before my wife's birth, I fell on a set of steps and I completely ruptured my patella tendon. I ripped it literally off the bone. The most disabling injury I've ever had in my life. Up to this day, 2 years later, it still causes me all kinds of problems. But I'm at the point where You know, I just say, screw it to the pain. I gotta push through this. I gotta get this muscle mass I lost. So I probably lost 20 to 25 pounds of muscle mass, gained that weight back in fat. I was in Vietnam about 6 weeks ago, already in my journey with my diet. But when I went there, I had something called a DEXA scan. You all might know what that is, but it is the absolute gold standard for finding out what your body fat and your muscle mass is. And in doing so, what that did was, I'm a numbers guy, so it set me for a goal. So I was at 19%. At first I got it back, and body mass index I thought was the number. It was like 29%. I was just mortified. But that's how much weight you weigh for your height and everything. I really don't think that's a true indicator on your true health, because if you're carrying a lot of muscle mass and you're very lean, that number will tell you that you're obese, which is kind of insane to me. So I'm more concerned about the amount of muscle I carry versus the body fat that I have. So that's my primary focus. So at 19%, I have a goal where I can go now, and at the last 6 weeks, I've been even more tuned into my goals. So as we go forward, you guys will join me on my journey. We're gonna put up some before and after pictures. You can see what I look like at the very, very beginning of this journey. And I made a lot of progress. I'm not sure what I was at the beginning, but by the pictures, I would guess I was at least 28, 29% body fat, and just extremely unhealthy. Alcohol crept in, poor eating habits crept in, bad food eating, everything you just name it, and just half-assed workouts. That's all changed. I feel like I'm finally back on the road to recovery, and this channel will hopefully inspire and give you guys some hope also for people that have fell off that wagon, or people that have never got on it. Because honestly, it's more important than ever after 50 years old that you're exercising, resistance training, some sort of a cardio, not being sedentary. And one other fortunate thing has happened is I no longer have the construction business, and I switched over businesses to a completely new business, one that really lines up with this. We have now a Gold's Gym. We've had it now for about 1.5 years. And having that type of business is much lower stress and requires a lot less of my time. And obviously my time is demanded. It's in the gym. I mean, how perfect of a match can you have there? But outside of that, time management now, the commitment to the gym, the commitment to my family, I've got a very good balance. So my stress level is about as low as it possibly can be. And I'm very happy to share this journey. I hope to inspire you all. Hope to show you guys new things, and always open to comments in the comment section. Please like and subscribe. I appreciate everything, and I look forward to the journey.